Okay, Jeremy, we're here. This is it. Your dreams of bear talk are coming into fruition.
Yes.
How does it feel?
It feels exciting. I'm really pumped, Lisa. I'm really pumped.
Are you very excited?
Very, very, very excited.
That's going to get old real quick, isn't it?
Picnic basket.
So, yeah, how do you feel? Tell me about the history of what bear talk and what made you want to spend your time talking about bears.
I don't know if there's ever been a bear show. I think this is the first time ever, Lisa.
I
think, especially with us, there's never been a bear show before. I think it's really exciting. Every time I drive my car in the mountain, I'm always looking on the side of the road, and I never see one. But, I do like talking about bears, and they're quite an interesting animal.
Now let's talk about Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh is exciting.
Perfect.
Winnie the Pooh is Canadian. That's the most important thing of this whole show. Winnie the Pooh is Canadian.
I am, I am.
Ooh.
I am Canadian.
This is Lisa Redl live singing on Bear Talk. This is what her and I are going to write a bear song. We're going to sing together.
We need to make an actual song, like the bear songs.
Yes.
I'm a good writer. If you can put music to it, I can write the song.
We're going to do that. So
let's talk about Winnipeg.
Winnipeg the Bear. Exciting. Winnipeg the Bear was a girl.
I had no idea.
Yes,
Although Winnie from the Wonder Years, right?
Yeah, well.
But it was Winnipeg.
Winnipeg, yeah. So Winnie the Pooh was actually a boy, but we'll tell you more about that in the story here. What happened was Canadian soldier Harry Colburn was from Winnipeg.
Yeah.
He was a veteran. He was with the Veterinary Corps, 3rd Canadian Division. So what happened is he basically came from Winnipeg, and they were on a train thing. And the train this was the First World War, 1914. So they were on the train, and it made a stop in White River, Ontario. And it was there that Harry was there, and he met with this guy, and basically the little bear cub was there. And it was a female little bear cub, and the female was left because his mom was killed. And so Colburn bought the little bear cub for $20.
Why was mom killed?
I don't know we don't have much information about that. All we know is that the guy had this little bear for sale. And because it was a little bear, he was on a chain, and, Colburn.
I should buy a bear
And
today.
that $20 is a lot of money. That would be I looked up, it's around $490 today.
Wow.
That's a lot. So
I'd buy a bear for that much, though.
He kept this little cub, and everybody's asking, what are we going to do with this cub? And they decided that they wanted to keep the cub with the army and make it their mascot. So they were thinking of a name, and he said, well, let's call her Winnipeg. That's where they were from. It was from Winnipeg. And something happened funny in Nova Scotia, because the bear was supposed to be left behind, but somehow the bear got snuck onto the thing to take them to England. I think their boat. A boat, yeah.
Boat.
Yeah, their boat. So they went to...
How do you sneak a bear onto a boat?
They went to London, but we do have something to show here that's quite exciting, actually. When the bear was made a mascot, they were in Ontario, and then they took the bear to Quebec with them. And we actually have a picture that's never been shown. We're going to show it right now. And this is my friend. I discovered this because she didn't even know what it was. And I was talking to my friend Carrie, and I said, can I take a look at that picture? And this is a first time ever seen picture of Winnipeg the Bear that's never been shown before. This is William Stanley Stewart. And he was with the Canadian Expeditionary Force in 1914. And this is a picture of him feeding Winnipeg the Bear an ice cream cone.
Oh my goodness. So if you're just listening, you can actually go to the website realdealandwheels.com under Bear Talk, and you can see all the pictures and
you can see this picture. This is the first time it's ever been shown, other than basically in her family's photo album. And in the picture, it's basically he's eating an ice cream cone. So I'll get back to that later with what the ice cream cone does to bears' teeth. But that's another thing. So what happened is it's not good.
I'd like to know now.
So what happened is they went to England. They couldn't take him to battle. He wasn't like the other battle bear. He was not like Wooljack. He wasn't a soldier. So So they left him at the London Zoo, is what happened. And so when Winnipeg was at the London Zoo, he's happy the kids actually played with him, and he was, like I said,
Kids played with them, like,
this is weird, and we don't want to encourage this. Like, we're just saying, this was Winnipeg the Bear was, and same with Wooljack. This is not
socialized.
we socialize. But we don't recommend this ever with bears. They're dangerous. But this is what happened: is Winnipeg the Boo,
Winnie the Pooh,
Winnipeg the Bear was actually pretty. He was a pretty social one. And anyway, as they got shipped to France to fight, he knew that he couldn't take him with him, so he left him at the zoo. And what happened is he became like a popular bear there, and all the kids loved him and everything. They would feed him honey, they'd feed him ice cream or whatever. And this is where A.A. Milne and his son Christopher Robin they visited Winnipeg the Bear.
Christopher Robin, is that okay?
Yeah,
which
is
sense.
Exactly. And so all of a sudden, A.A. Milne, who is the author of Winnie the Pooh, was basically, he was looking at this bear, and the little boy were talking about it and all this stuff, and his son Christopher came up with the name Winnie the Pooh. Let's call this not Winnie, not like it was called Winnie for short at the London Zoo. They called him Winnie for short, and he said, "I'll just call him Winnie the Pooh." And her exactly. Lisa, that's why you're sharp. Sorry, I always screw that up.
Well, we should, because our whole lives it was a boy.
Exactly, and that's what. Yeah, so this was
all
good.
a lie. Your life is a lie. It's how they make authors men names.
So what happened is, yes. So, anyways, I'm babbling here, but anyways, the thing is that so she was named Winnie the Pooh, and the father started writing stories about. Now there was no donkey at the zoo. Like this was he just used that, And
there was no donkey.
There was no donkey there. No, I looked at the other ones, like the one with the yeah. But that's where the Winnie the Pooh came from.
That right there is the reason we're doing Bear Talk, is
exactly.
Because on Jeremy's birthday we were at a pub talking, and it came up, and I said, we need to do this. This is a whole bear show. It's like, you have had this idea for a while.
I've had this idea for a long time. It's really exciting, and there is a statue in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and it's a statue I can't pronounce this, Boynham Park Zoo, Winnipeg. Is that what it says?
Assiniboine?
Assiniboine. Yeah, see, that's what yeah.
Assiniboine.
Yeah. And I did do some more research on Winnipeg. Winnipeg's skull is actually on display. And the reason I bring this up, it's kind of people, what are you talking about that for? Well, the reason I'm bringing that up is because they found that Winnipeg the Bear's skull was actually, the teeth were very, very badly decayed. Almost had barely any teeth left.
Let me guess.
Tell me.
Ice cream.
Ice cream that we have in our picture. And the honey and the ice cream that the kids fed him at the zoo. For her at the zoo.
So good job, kids and people.
And people, you can't feed bears ice cream and honey over and over and over again, because it rots their teeth.
And that also goes for children.
And also for children, and that's why this mama bear does not recommend too much ice cream for her kids.
You can't even find sugar in my house. I look every day. My husband has it, so I have to sneak away to get ice cream.
So it's quite exciting with Winnipeg the Bear, and it's exciting that we found this photo. And I thank Carrie, my friend, for letting us display this on our site. And we do want to make the comment, although this is it's a great story, we don't recommend that bears get taken ever for pets. I've got a record here of pages I can read you off where in the early 1900s bears were taken as pets, and 3 of those people were killed from those bears as pets. So you don't want to do that.
And even that guy that did that entire documentary trying to show how bears are his best friends.
And that was grizzlies. But
you can't.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't mess with Mother Nature.
No, exactly. And so we were so basically that's what I was going to say. We want to just let everybody know we're not endorsing by any means
ice cream,
feeding bears, and we're not endorsing having a bear ever as a pet. But the history of of this was Winnipeg the Bear was a great mascot for the Canadian Army.
That's pretty amazing. I just can't wait until heaven, because I believe in heaven we're going to be like one with all the animals, and we'll be able to have these conversations with the bears, because we'll all be speaking a universal language. We'll be like, hello, Winnipeg the Bear. We've been talking about you for years now, like, because we just started this story. We'll be talking about bears till we're like, old folks home. You way before me, because you're way older than me. I'm way younger. I'm just kidding.
No, and you know who's gonna whip her butt? The sun bear. The sun bear that she keeps saying she's gonna kick the sun bear.
What do you think you'd do if you saw a bear?
No, well, I've been close to a bear before, and I was terrified. So, I like to look at them from a distance, a very great distance, or at a zoo.
What is your goal with Bear Talk?
Bear Talk is to raise awareness about the bears, and that's one thing we want to look at that to make sure people are very cautious, because they are dangerous. That's the most important thing we want to do, especially with garbage bears. That we want people to be safe. We don't want any mistakes to happen where people take them lightly and get injured or hurt or whatever.
So seal your garbage properly.
Exactly.
Follow the rules.
And we're going to talk about that with garbage bears in another episode. But the other thing I wanted to do is just talk about the different species of bears. I mean, there's 9 different species, and we're considering the Commodity to be its own species, which is the spirit bear.
All of the episodes of Bear Talk will be on therealdealandwheels.com under podcast Bear Talk. We'll have pictures, we'll have questions and answers. Submit your own questions, or if you have a cool bear story you want to share with us, there will be a submit button for that online on Facebook and on Instagram and on the website. So at The Real Deal on Wheels on Instagram, at Lisa Redl, DOTCOM on Facebook. Jeremy Messenger will be tagged in all the posts too on Facebook, so make sure to add him, and he'll be adding some extra behind the scenes stuff. We'll be shooting live videos promoting all these bear shows, so stay tuned.